We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Just as we were getting ready for air, both teams coming out of their locker rooms, out of the tunnel, and this crowd is pumped up as their Redskins get set to match up with Andrew Luck and the Indianapolis Colts. The children will grow. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, Lock. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. Now a play fake here on 1st down. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry, and he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Play action. It's Locke. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Locke. Looking deep for Hilton. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call. But for a second there, I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
The Colts with a first red zone opportunity in the ball game. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball. And that way, you often control the game.
To throw on 2nd down is Locke. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. Well, he did everything but get him in the end zone there, but now they're set up. Golden opportunity, strong opening drive, and they're knocking on the door.
And the way that they did it, now look where they are on the field, all right? This is naturally set up for a running play, isn't it? But with his ability to throw the football, his accuracy on this drive, you might want to think about a pass play in this situation.
Interesting. Time to find out. From the gun, here's Love. And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. He's going to get it running right. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The first carry for the rookie, it's Darius Geis. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. Pushes him over. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Hey, gun.
A first carry for Samaje Perine, pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Thompson. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
Hey, on. Let's go, 15.
From the gun on third down, Smith. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did something with that.
Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Ryan Kerrigan in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. On 2nd down, here's Luck. He's going to air one out. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the third time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. 3rd and long. It's locked. And he's got his man, Hilton. A gain of 19 and picking up the first. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Luck on first down. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to the air. Luck on 2nd down. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Into the Redskins. Have it, they do. In our meetings this week, they kind of tipped us off. They wanted to play ultra-aggressive, forcing fumbles. They just did that right there.
They took it to the next level, didn't they? You're exactly right, because everyone talks about being aggressive on defense and tackling well. But they were talking about getting after the football, making sure the ball was stripped out each and every time they lined up someone to get them on the ground.
And the adjustment working early. On the ground, it's Thompson. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Geis with the carry on 2nd down. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Let's go, 15.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Jordan Reed has it. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Hey, on.
On first down, this is Geis. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
Following the penalty, it's Geis. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Hey, on.
Hey, got tight left, got his left. 4 down.
They'll try and get it with Geis. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin football to begin quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up.
Hey, on.
A shotgun snap for Smith. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to go up top. Over. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down. Redskins with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. On the handoff, it's Geis. It's the first NFL touchdown for LSU's Darius Geis, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And that moment we just saw, always so special for any rookie, the first touchdown of his career.
And there's nothing like anticipation, is there? You know he's been dreaming about it, thinking about it. It's been a part of every bit of his being. And finally, it gets done. He's got to feel great right now.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 6. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. They'll fake it. Now Locke. Caught left side by Hilton. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a 1st down on that last catch as well.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
On 1st down, it's Locke. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. It's a gain of 7, and it's a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll fake the handoff. Now Lund. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. A big play there for Indy. 43 yards.
As far as I'm concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner, toughness in the pocket, strong and stout. But let's face it, the money, that comes from his arm.
And smart, valedictorian of his high school class in Houston. Then he goes to Stanford. He's got it all.
11.
Again, Luck. Flushed out right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Throwing again is Lott. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Devontae Parker, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts are in for 6. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs. Now P-Ryan. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
They'll hand it down to Geis. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Hey, on. Regular. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike.
Out of the gun, Smith. It's brought in by Dodson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. On 1st and 10, Smith. And that'll be incomplete.
Coverage was great everywhere that time. He tried to get it to his outlet, tried to get it to his running back, but sailed it a little bit too high and actually left his body open for a big hit.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
12.
2nd and 10, Smith again. Flush to his right. Caught on the right side, Reed. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
I like the design of that play, or shall I say the way it ended up. Quarterback ends up to the right side. It gets outside of the pocket. How about the tight end staying in his sight line and getting to that same part of the field, and they find each other for the completion.
Tiger.
3rd and 2, Smith. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Thompson. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Hey, on.
Geis. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. There to stop him was Darius Leonard.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. Let's go. Let's go. 15. 15. You got 4. You got 4.
Here's P-Ryan. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. Two minutes to play here in the first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. Right back to him on first down. He will push his way down to about the 14. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Check.
Now they'll run it on the toss. He will push his way down to about the 14. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Let's go. Let's go. 15. 15.
Tight is right. Watch tight. Tight is right.
Hey, settle down, huh? Liz.
From the gun, here's Smith. Escapes the sack. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. And another timeout taken by the Colts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And Hopkins' kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting a 3 is good. Obviously, you think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And the catch made by Hilton. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Ryan Kerrigan in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Luck in the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long. Off of play action. Luck. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. Back deep for the Redskins, Jamison Crowder. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. He'll field this at the 5. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. So out now come the Redskins. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
52. 35.
They go play action here on first down. And now the ball's loose. Smith loses it.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long.
Hey, on.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Let's go, yellow. Set, line, 80. Liz. 15, yeah. Let's go, yellow.
This is Geis. First buy-in near the 35. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Let's go, 15. 52. 35. Liz.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Set, line, 35.
On 2nd and 10, Smith steps away. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
To throw on 3rd down, Smith buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. Even after more than a decade in the league, Smith still one to account for with his legs as he picks up a first. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
35.
Now a run with Geis. Room here to run. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Now a first down throw. It's Smith. Crowder's got it over the middle. And down inside the 15 he goes. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well.
Let's go. 15. Hey, gun.
On the ground, it's Geis. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Now a carry for P-Rod. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
They'll go to P-Rod, trying to pound it in. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Hey, on.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
On the ground, Geis. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This Colts D up to the challenge so far, but they need another stop here on 3rd and goal.
Double. Liz.
Now Smith on 3rd and goal. Steps away to his left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Margus Hunt in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And Hopkins' kick is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the 2nd half. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
On 1st and 10, Locke. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Ryan Kerrigan able to disrupt yet another pass play. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Play action. It's Locke. And throw right side complete to Parker. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
On 3rd down, it's Hines, and he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. Now a play fake, and it's Locke. It's complete to Parker, left side. A big play there for Indy. 54 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Let's go. Middle.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Here's Luck now on 2nd down. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line.
Always laugh when I see guys like Deron Payne play because their ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage, to find weak spots in the offensive front and get upfield and make plays. That's what they call playing the piano in the NFL. Those guys who can move it and then get to the quarterback.
Back now at FedEx Field. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Luck. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Redskins scoop it. Well, they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. They'll run with Geis. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, as far as plays go, there's nothing to write home about on that one because that one gets some negative yardage. But if you do want to find a positive, he found a way to get out of bounds and stop the clock.
Here's Geis. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. The Redskins on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 11.
Hey, back up.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. On the catch, it's Crowder. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball,
Get a completion.
you get a catch,
Yeah.
but still,
No
yardage. Okay.
Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And the Colts coming out now. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. They begin the drive with Hines. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. To throw on 2nd down is Locke. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
Out routes are always timing routes, and if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. The Colts on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They'll fake it. Now Locke. And it's caught by Parker. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play there for Indy. 44 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line. On second down, here's Locke. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Now Locke. Ebron caught left side. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Good for a Colt first down. The former Lion Ebron there bringing it in from Andrew Luck. Luck now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Here's Hines on a toss play. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now it's Locke. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Here's Locke. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Nyheim Hines with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Colts add on to their lead. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And on the ground they go with a running back. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Tyquan Lewis makes the stop.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Smith on 3rd down. Oh, he can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays.
And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Pernell McPhee in there to record another sack, their 6th of the afternoon. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Luck. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And they'll go on the ground. And able to work his way down to the 16. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down. 3rd down, here's Geis. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? So on the big tight end, hold it.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long on third down. It's Thompson. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still fourth down upcoming.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Desperation time for Smith on fourth down. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. And the Colts getting ready to go. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Fighting through pressure. And that's incomplete.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. They run with Hines. They find some open field here. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. The Colts on third down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Now it's Luck. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it. As it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And he goes out right around the 39. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And out will come the offense as they take over. Meanwhile, in Nashville, they're on to the fourth quarter now. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they hold on, a victory there would be their 3rd of the year. He's back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Back to throw. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And they'll run it here. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. It'll be a gain of 11, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Quincy Wilson with the INT, and he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
I got so much beef, I could barely sleep. Paranoia got me losing on my Z's all day. Good Lord, mama praying on the knees all day. If you still frontin' when I up it, I'ma squeeze. Bad companies, bad for your company. Bad companies, bad for your company. In the ski mask, in case you come for me. Got it, in the ski mask, in case you come for me. When I say I got beef,